Hello everyone. Here we are with our Welsh Terrier puppies. These guys were all born June 29th. Today is August 10th and they are 6 weeks old. So we have Rosalie and Titan's 4 Welsh Terriers right here. And we have Rita's little guy here. He's gonna join in on these guys again this week. Sorry. So today we do still have one female available. So it's either going to be purple, yellow, or red. And we are going to kick off puppy picking today. So after puppy picking is done, we will know which of these 3 is the one that's available. But I can tell you right now with no hesitation whatsoever, you cannot go wrong with any of these guys. And I do say that a lot, but I honestly mean it when I say it. They're a great, great bunch. We've been working for many, many years to breed nice, even-tempered terriers, which can be a hard thing to do. And these guys are awesome. I would myself pick any one of them. So what I always like to explain with puppy picking is that all these guys are going to share Welsh Terrier traits. They are all going to be high energy. They're all going to be intelligent, a little bit stubborn. That first year is going to be kind of tough. They're kind of tough puppies just because they're a lot. They're going to be brilliantly smart, full of character and humor. And just a unique dog. They're different than other types of dogs, terriers are, because they're so smart and inquisitive. But all of them are going to share those Welsh Terrier traits. But they are not all the same. I've had people that say, oh, I had a Welsh when I was a kid, and they picture that dog as they remember, and they envision that they're all going to act that way. And that's not true. Under the umbrella of being a Welsh, they all have their own unique personalities. And so that's what I'm trying to hone in on when I describe these personalities. This is how we've been doing it for years, and it really works well. I like to describe the puppies from the most outgoing and energetic to the least. And what that tells us, it kind of gives you a scale to gauge by. But these outgoing and energetic ones, a lot of times they end up, again, more energetic and outgoing, but sometimes they're the alphas. That's kind of the first signal you see. Not necessarily, but sometimes they tend to be a little bit more independent and outgoing. They tend to be very adventurous, and the lower numbers a lot of times tend to be a little bit more easygoing and a little bit slower keeled sometimes, not always. Again, these are just general ideas. Typically, if you have another dog at home, most especially if that other dog is like a real alpha and you're maybe a little worried, you want to pick dogs a little lower on the scale because they tend to be a little more submissive. So hopefully that explains. So when I'm ranking these guys on the scale, I would put, you're not going to be surprised to hear this, I'm going to put yellow as my most outgoing. Her and purple both are outgoing and inquisitive and curious, but I feel like yellow, like if something scares them, that's another good way to tell how they react. Yellow is gonna startle, but she's gonna pretty quickly be like, what was that? And purple is gonna be a beat behind her. She's pretty outgoing too. Look at her, oh my word, that's adorable. She's outgoing too. Those two actually really resemble each other a lot. And you can even see how they're looking. They just are very inquisitive and very playful, those two. And then red is here she is back here. She's my quiet female. So she's number 3. So yellow's 1, purple's 2. Sorry, sweetie. Red is 3. She's pretty quiet and easygoing. So she's, like I said, great for somebody that's got a really alpha dog at home. Or a lot of times people worry about these quiet ones because they're afraid that they're not going to be playful or outgoing, and oh my word, I feel like people don't believe me enough when I say and stress this. There is no such thing as a quiet, shy little Welsh Terrier. She is going to be outgoing, adventurous. This is just how they present themselves when they have this type of a personality. These quiet ones are really good for really little kids that are maybe a little nervous about having a high energy dog. So yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. So as for the boys, I would put Blue. He would be a very appropriate middle of the road. Like it would be yellow, purple, blue, red in that litter. And if I was including brown in this litter, I would say yellow, purple, blue. And I would I'd probably put brown next and then red. Oh, sweetie. But brown's pretty quiet too. Real easy going. Yeah. So they are doing incredibly good. As far as looks, they all are showing me signs of being really dark, black, and tan. That's really a hard thing to predict because they get that wiry adult hair at like 6 to 9 months. So you really can't know for sure if they're going to be, this is yellow we're looking at, if they're going to be dark, black, and tan, if they're going to lighten up and be more grizzle and tan. But if you look at the shade of brown on their face, it's pretty dark, and that a lot of times, like yellow especially, is very dark. Indicates, and this is red on the right, indicates that they're going to stay dark. There's red. See, she's super playful. She's just cautious about things. And again, I like to always stress, this is like, it's hard. I know it's hard when you're watching a video, but this is how an easygoing Welsh would present himself as a puppy. And sometimes that can look bad because they look really kind of scared. Because they sometimes kind of are. Again, that's how their personality leads them. But all these guys are going to be amped up times 10 by the time you pick them up. And you can look back on, please do if you're skeptical, look back on my past videos, find a litter that has a Shire puppy at 5 and 6 weeks, and then watch them at 8 weeks, and that's gone. That behavior is gone. Kind of like how the puppies were all scared at 4 weeks, and now that behavior is gone. It's just kind of how it goes. So we've been watching yellow and red. Another thing I like to talk about is size. With Welsh Terriers, size really doesn't vary as much. With an Airedale, there can be a 20-pound size difference in a litter. With a Welsh, it's typically only like a few pounds. Sometimes, very rarely, I get a litter that pushes 20 pounds or 25 pounds, maybe a dog, but that's pretty uncommon. Mongoose puppies typically are smaller than Iros, and Titan is the son of Iro. But Brown here, Mongo's Brown, he's a big boy, so he might be over 20 pounds. But the rest of them are pretty petite. Yellow and red are very petite. Purple and blue are a hair larger. So we have purple, blue, brown. So they are doing really good. Just hanging out in the toy bin. Red is probably the smallest, shortest in the litter, but yellow is the most petite and not too much taller than red. So we are going to kick off puppy picking. I will send an email along with this with directions for that. I am hosting a birthday party at my house tonight and another gathering tomorrow night. So what I usually do with puppy picking is have you email me and update the Google Docs sheet. So I would recommend probably updating that Google Docs sheet because I'm going to be really preoccupied tonight and tomorrow night, so that everyone can see it as soon as you've chosen your puppy and not be waiting on me. But if you have problems with that, I will really try to watch my phone. and send an email out if one of you like sends, hey, I'm picking this one, and let the next family know to pick. There's only 3 females to pick from, so really that's only 2 choices. So it's not that big of a puppy picking, but we should know within the next few days which of these 3 females is going to be available. And if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. Handsome boy here and a handsome boy here. Oh, hi. You gonna pose with your pretty face? Huh? Yeah, oh, can I have a practice, little bark? All right, everybody, have a great week.